how's it going guys? This is Dave 2D. So last year Lenovo had a gaming laptop called the Y50. Very popular laptop because it was spec'd well for the price, but there were two issues. One, the screen wasn't very good, but more importantly, the build quality was questionable. We had two of them at work. Both of them developed Hinge issues after a couple of months. So when the successor came out, the Y700, I held off on my review. I wanted to see if issues would pop up over time, but I'm ready now to give you my Y700 long-term review. So aesthetically, it looks similar to the older Y50. It's the same patterned aluminum surface that looks pretty nice, but fingerprints still show easily. It's pretty easy to upgrade. If you remove a bunch of screws on the bottom, you get access to the RAM slots and both drives, the 2.5-inch SATA drive and the M2 slot. It has a good number of ports. On the right, we have USB 3s, HDMI out, and Ethernet, and on the left, we have the power connection, USB 2, SD card, audio jack, and a system restore button. There is no Thunderbolt 3 connection though. The build quality is much improved over the Y50. After months of regular use, the hinge is still working perfectly. It's openable with one hand and it's got nice tension. I don't love the location of the hinge, like you're still torquing it every time you open it, but the actual mechanism is much better. It's smoother, it's easier to open, and most importantly, it's durable. The inside surface is a soft touch finish. The keyboard is pretty good. The arrow keys are positioned a little close to the adjacent keys, but the keystrokes are nice. The backlighting is red, and even if you don't have it on, the sides of the keys are red, so if red's not your favorite color, too bad. The trackpad is okay. It's a pretty standard trackpad for an affordable gaming laptop. It has a smooth surface, decent tracking, but I don't like the buttons. They're a little too shallow for me, and they need some pretty heavy pressure to click. But who cares, right? You got a gaming mouse. The screen is a mixed bag. So this one is the 1080p panel. It's not super bright and the viewing angles are only okay, but the contrast and black levels are excellent. And when I'm playing games, that's super important to me. Unfortunately, the screen has poor color accuracy. It doesn't affect gaming for me because I don't care if Diablo is like the perfect hue of red, but I wouldn't want to use it for color accurate video or photo work. The other thing I want to mention is that the screen has a matte layer on it. It's actually one of very few laptops out there that has a matte finish touchscreen. Someone discovered that you could take a hairdryer, heat up the adhesive, and then peel off that layer. So I did it on one of the earlier units, and the immediate reaction was, oh my god, the screen is so much nicer. The thing is, it is a very reflective display. So if you plan on using this outdoors or brightly lit environments, I recommend leaving it on like this one. The speakers are excellent, JBL branded if that matters, loud, clear, and well positioned. It also has a subwoofer on the bottom, so the Y700 took the crown for the best speakers in my comparison video. It's running a Skylake i7 with a GTX 960M, properly cooled, quiet on idle, and it doesn't get too loud at maximum load. The CPU does throttle a bit on benchmarks, but I've never noticed an issue for CAD applications or games, so I think you're probably good. In terms of 1080p gaming frame rates, it'll easily handle light games, so ultra settings will still get you over 60 frames per second. Moderately demanding games will need reduced graphics settings to maintain 60 frames per second. And then very demanding games, you can still hit 50 or 60 frames per second, but you'll definitely need to lower graphics settings or the screen resolution. It's a 60 watt-hour battery, and battery life is pretty good. With screen at max brightness, so around 250 nits, I was getting 3 to 4 hours of regular use and then 1.5 hours of gameplay. Okay, the Lenovo Y700. It has a much improved build quality from the previous Y50. The touchscreen display is great for playing games, but it lacks the gamut for color accurate work. The keyboard is good and has red backlighting. Trackpad is just okay. Inside, the i7 and the 960M are properly cooled and they can handle most current games reasonably well. It has 16 gigs of RAM and a 1TB hard drive, and it's fueled by a respectable 60 watt-hour battery. Pricing starts at just over $1,000. So I think Lenovo did a really good job on this laptop. They took the Y50 community feedback, fixed the stuff that was broken, and made the Y700. If you're an avid gamer and you don't need like a super color accurate display, this is one of the best available gaming laptops right now at this price point. If you do need a super color accurate display, this is not the one for you. That's the end of this video. Hope you guys liked it. Give me some thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. It's been nice. See you guys next time.